There we go. Good morning, guys. Or, well, good afternoon now, actually. I was waiting to see if we'd get the Slime Rancher update before noon, but apparently not. Which is fine. 'Tis no big deal. It just means I play it tomorrow. I forgot the Game Awards were a thing that was happening tonight. And I can't exactly watch the Game Awards while streaming. I guess I could, but... Good morning. It's just turned afternoon where I live, and it's like 1 o'clock where my friend lives. Oh, Mewtwo's a good one to go for. He does have a nice shiny. I'm going for Mewtwo eventually, either in this game, or maybe Let's Go Eevee if I can borrow it from my niece, or Brilliant Diamond. I still have lots of hunting to do though before I start doing legendaries. But hopefully, with a little bit of luck, I'll get a shiny bird today. And won't break my chain this time. Have you guys seen the new cards they're putting out for the trading card game? That I can't play because every time I go to open up a pack of cards, my game spazzes. Okay, let's get kind of back over here, please. But it looks nice. They're gonna have another Mew card, and I think Joe said there might be a Cerebi card in these, but we won't know until they release it. People can data mine it. Oh, I did dinked. What I did dink for? Okay, yeah, that did dinked. Yeah, just making sure it wasn't an important message. Because it's finals time for like a bunch of my friends. So, you know, I want to be able to tell them take a deep breath if they start spazzing out in a chat. A slightly funny story from this morning. My dad had some wood and some shingles delivered because he's building a set of steps for my aunt, and because the backside of our house needs re-shingled. Well, the guys came and dumped it in the yard, and they knocked down the old cord for the Wi-Fi provider we had before we changed it last year. And the guy's like, "Oh my god," he goes, "you still have internet?" It's like, "Yeah, we're fine, you're good." And he goes, "We knocked down your cord," and he points to it where it's laying across the driveway, and it's like, "Oh, that's fine." It's like, "That's the old Wi-Fi cord. We run from the back of the house now." It's like, "We'll just have to move that later." Well, Dad'll move it later, but... They were really worried for a moment that they'd knocked out our Wi-Fi. And apparently Johnstone got his channel back, so good for him. I actually went and subscribed because I don't remember if I'd subscribed to him or not. Some of them I do and some of them I don't. And then 6 months down the road, it's like, I watched a bazillion of their videos. Why aren't I subscribed? Show me a shiny bird. Okay, not quite a shiny bird, but a bird nonetheless. Alright. For any of you guys up north, stay warm. I've seen a couple posts from people in Discord groups who live up north, and they're like, it's 8 degrees, but it's not windy, so it doesn't feel as bad. And it's like, yeah, but that's still cold. It's cold when we get down to 8 degrees here for about 3 weeks. Nice. I have not yet tried to clean the laser thing on my PS2. I'll have to get it out later and do that. Or at least check and be sure it's not under my bed. Oosh. Nah, that's fine. I am perfectly happy with being background noise. I meant to go see if I needed to sell candies before I started. Ah, well. I mean, it's coldish here, but it's like 40s level of cold. We'll get a big cold snap sometime about the middle of January, beginning of February, and that'll give us our snow for the year. Because we don't get snow in December no more. No, that's fair. Not a thing wrong with not knowing quite what you want to hunt yet. Okay. No news. He's a regular bird. I'm gonna go sell candy. Keep on top of my money situation. Try not to get ambushed by the birds out here. Gotta remember, I am not going to the Pokemon Center for this. Yeah, I'm just making a wrong right turn. There's something so weird about playing with just the one Joy-Con. No, I don't need to buy yet. I'm here to sell. Ooh, Abra would probably be a good one. Be a good challenge, if nothing else. You know, I think I've gotten more money just remembering to do this than I have with doing like the Johnstone skip and going and fighting the Elite Four. Next time I come down though, I'm probably gonna need to buy more Pokeballs. Hopefully. I need 2 of them, so hopefully I can get at least 1 today. Then hopefully maybe the second one tomorrow or Saturday. I don't hold any like super huge expectations, because I know I'm gonna have those ones that take like 4 days to get sometimes, but then I'm gonna have days where I get like 3 of them in 2 hours sometimes. Yeah, that happens. You phased, but you got enough shiny Porygon for a line. Hopefully it's Pidgey, that's the big thing. Being that whatever spawns in next could be anything, including not a Pidgey. Oh nice, we got him. A reminder that my counter here does not match my chain count in the game because my chain broke yesterday. Hello? Person coming to the door? Hold on! Let me go see what he wants. I'll be back in a moment. Yeah, right, I'm back for a moment. Someone needed to use my phone. It's a friend of the family's. He ran out of gas. There we go. Yep, just a second. Alright. Of course he hopped over my throw. course, he hopped over that throw, too. Don't you do it. Just no luck with either of these birds. There we go, much better. Here, hold on. Alright, can't promise I won't be up and down half a dozen more times. Poor dude ran out of gas. I don't drive. And he's looking for someone to come get him so he can go get some. There we go, much better. Ooh, Aerodactyl's about to level up again. Jesus. I stand before the Council of Kakuna, apparently. Oh, hold on. Alright, other than getting up to let Stella in a minute or two, or however long it takes her, you're welcome. I should be good for the rest of the stream, but I make no promises. Can I get to you past all the Kakuna? Oh, nice. Got a mid-jump. Something's kind of pleasing about that. Really? I was coming around to... Shoot. Stella's gonna play guard dog while he's here. My dad's girlfriend's brother. Come on, shiny bird. Funny, I can't see much of a difference generally between the big Pidgey and like the normal Pidgey, but tiny ones are just tiny. Like, it's really easy to spot the size difference with them. Really? 2 of you and neither of you are sparkly? There we go, much better. I had a feeling you might hop at me. So many birds. See if I go through a stack of Pokeballs looking for these two. Now I need to rewatch that one episode of Pokemon about the Pidgey that wants to fly to space. It's a good episode. His name is Orville. He wears a little pilot hat. The council has dispersed. Come on, I need a bird. Oh, there we go. He really is just sitting at the bottom of the driveway. That's kind of funny. Hey, Gyarados leveled up. Nice. Hopefully I'll get this first shiny Pidgey and the second one won't be too far behind. Alright, Stella wants back in. Let's make sure this catches. Hi, Pin Pin. Guess what? Guess what? You're out of luck. I gotta go let your sister in. Alright. She should be satisfied for the next little bit. At least until the next person pulls up in the driveway. The cat should be okay for a bit, though with him, I can't guarantee anything with him. Oops. Hey, there we go. Nice. Should eventually get all the mega stones for my team members. What am I doing? Trying to catch something that isn't there, apparently. Yes, I'm counting this Pidgey before I catch it. You keepin' watch at the window, honey. Come on. I need a shiny bird. You wanna come over here? No? Did you get diverted by the corner? You can also go to the safari zone in the warden's house where you learn, you know, strength, and there's a Diglett behind the stone. If you go into trade, you don't have to trade or anything, just go into the screen where you put in the code and go to home and change the date on your Switch. It'll date skip for you because it won't register that, you know, 24 hours actually haven't passed. And you can do that and farm the nuggets from the Diglett as well. Honestly, both seem about equally as lucrative. Like, I didn't seem to get any more or less fighting the Elite Four again as opposed to doing the Johnstone skip. So it kind of evened out. Come on, show me something with sparkles. Nope. Oh. Bulbasaur, honey, I already got you. I caught all of you I needed in Scarlet and Violet. I do need this bird. You know, I think I'd like a regional form of Pidgey. I think that'd be kind of fun. And I'd almost say that if you did one, make it a flying electric type. I know we got one in like a Wattrel and Kilowattrel, but it wouldn't hurt to have another. And Pidgeotter's supposed to be like fast as airplane, so it kind of makes sense, I think. Hopefully we get to do our tacos tonight. Dad ended up going and eating with his dinner with his girlfriend last night, so I fended for myself. But tacos really do sound good, so hopefully we can do them tonight. Oops. I'm kind of tempted. Ooh, that'd be kind of neat too. I'm kind of tempted to catch as many shiny Pokemon in this as I can in Premier Balls. Just because they're kind of hard to stack up on. Nope, don't need a Caterpie. I could do a dark type. I mean, technically, you could make it any mixed type you wanted with a good enough reason for, you know, why its type changed. But honestly, I was thinking electric type because it'd be a fun little thing that, like, after spending so many years racing lightning bolts or something, that the Pidgey line gained the electric type as part of their typing. Can't go up to run away. You could stick something about a rivalry in its Pokedex entry, in it getting mean about it or so jealous it turned it dark for a dark type. I mean, you can think of reasons to make that whatever type you wanted. Well, you could always pull a shiny Catherine and keep catching till you get the size you want. As patient as I can be, I'm not patient enough to go and catch like 200 for Rigoraph trying to get a jumbo and a teeny tiny one. At some point in time, though, I do want to hunt an entire outbreak of Dunsparce and see if I can get a 3-segment Dunsparce out of it. That might be something I do between rounds of shiny hunting and new games. Because I don't figure my hunting in BDSP will be too bad, because I think most of that was actually just hatching eggs. But, when I get to hunting in Shield, well, Sword and Shield, but it'll be shield more at first because that's the one I have a shiny charm in. That'll be what takes longest, and the one I hunt for a couple of weeks and then play something else for a week or two so I don't burn myself out. No, quit that. Quit it. There we go. Ears wanting to ring, and there's a spot on the back of your, like, right along here, on the back of your head, you're supposed to be able to, like, tap, and it helps it stop. I can just never remember where that spot is right away. There we go. Much better. No, to be fair, getting Arceus can be kind of a challenge, and then there's the entire fight with Arceus himself. So I redid that last month sometime. Around, what was it? Sometime early in November, I think. But, and it took me like 6 tries to freaking get through the Arceus boss fight. And then my friend's like, you get cues from the music. And it's like, I've had the music in this game turned off for like 2 months now. So I could listen to other things while playing. And then I turned the music on and got really weirded out because the fight music for your boss battle with Arceus is weird. It's all sorts of trippy. It's the fun kind of trippy, but it's trippy. Birds, 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 birds. Oh, there we go. There's a bird. I was level probably 70 or 80 Pokemon team-wise because I just spent a ton of time just running around and filling out the Pokedex entries to get things to level 10. So he wasn't too bad. Generally, I find that if you make sure to have a good fairy type move or just a good fairy type on your team when you do that fight, it makes it a lot easier. Excuse me, I cannot see past your butt. Your mama wasn't no window maker. Yeah, hi. My other interrupter has arrived. You think you'd need love? Huh? Ah! Don't you bite my hand just because I tap your sides? You bite my hand just because I tap your sides? Stella lets me drum on her belly. Your sister don't care. Yeah. Trying to get it to where he'll bonk my fist whenever I do that. Yeah. Here, Bubba, want me to pull the curtain for you a little bit if I can reach it? If I open it a smidge, it shouldn't be too bad. And get on the back of the chair. Okay, you weren't shiny, so I'm gonna let one spawn over here. They always do this, I swear to God. There we go. So when I first get on my computer, I always scroll through Blue Sky and check out like any of the new Pokemon merch. And they're doing one of those like stained glass window pins of Noivern, and I kind of need it. Of course, I also really want the travel bottles that look like the potion set. Those are neat. If they come to the US Pokemon Center and I have the money and they're not like uber expensive, I might have to order a set. If for no other reason that they'd make really nice props. Because, you know, you can never have too much Pokemon stuff. I've caught 500 and something of you guys. Where is my shiny? I shouldn't ask that because it took 670 something to get my first one. Really? Be still. But yes, leveling is a very important thing. I had this habit. I don't know if it started in Pokemon games or if it like started in Kingdom Hearts. But if I was under-leveled and I fought a boss and lost, I'd go level myself up like 5 more levels. Pokemon team, you know, characters in the party, whatever. Which is not a bad thing. It's probably actually kind of a good thing, but sometimes it gets wildly out of hand. Like, I'm beating bosses that I technically probably could have beat 15 levels before, but I died, so I went and leveled up 5 more levels. And if Mama's here, she knows exactly which boss in Kingdom Hearts I'm talking about, because she beat him at like level 35, and I was level 70. But I did get to curb stomp the final boss in Kingdom Hearts, so it was kind of worth it. I think when I fought Arceus in Legends Arceus, I think my entire team was level 100. It's one of the last things I do before they like end up in home is all my team members end up level 100. Did you need a nap? Did the excitement wear you out, baby? My dog be snoozing. I need to remember to grab my lip balm out of my bag. Come on, seriously, when do you guys be shiny? At this point, I'd almost take a shiny bug. That would stick me into phase 2, which I don't have a counter for, but maybe I should do that though. I know Agent V did that when she was hunting for Alpha Heracross. Did a little just list of the other shinies she'd found on like the top or bottom of her overlay. Maybe we'll see if I phase or not. Oh, Jesus. There we go. So is anyone else, like, just a little bit mentally counting down the days till Pokemon Day. I know it's like 2.5 months away still, but I start looking forward to Pokemon Day at the beginning of the year. It's like, yes, only 50... What is it? 57? I don't remember if it's on the 26th or 27th. Only 50-something days left. It's become my version of Christmas. I do really enjoy it though, just watching everybody's reactions to the new Pokemon news and, you know, whatever new game they're putting out. It's always a lot of fun. Then you get to on things like Tumblr or Twitter or Blue Sky, and all these people you follow, all of a sudden they're posting Pokemon stuff, and it's like, I didn't know you guys liked Pokemon. You never post anything for it, but half a dozen of you are now posting Pokemon things for the next 48 hours. Watch the more casual fans crawl out of the woodwork. Watch all the other streamers screaming at their TV screens. Though, to be fair, a Legends ZA last year was a nice surprise, considering the theory was either Let's Go Johto, a Legends Johto game, or a Legends Unova game. Because we were considering remake order, but also, you know, Let's Go. I would still be really interested to see if they would change the mechanics for the legendary beasts if they did a Let's Go Johto game. Because yes, they could do them roaming easily enough, and then you can see them and encounter them, but... Because Suicune, if they went with kind of the crystal mechanics, you do actually battle. It's Entei and Raikou in... What is it? Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Crystal that are the only two roamers. But also, I think the only way I would want a Let's Go Johto game is if they kept it in the same style as Let's Go Pikachu. Down to the, like, animation style and everything. I want Johto, but in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee graphics. And for the love of God, give us more outfits, please. It's a little unfair that you get that person in Let's Go Eevee that gives you like all those Eevee outfits, but I don't know if I found that person who may or may not do the same for Let's Go Pikachu. And even then, would it just be 2 outfits based off of regular Raichu and a Alolan Raichu? I should actually look that up. I think I meant to earlier and forgot. No, they did not start shiny locking Pokemon until Gen 5. So if you want to shiny hunt Kyogre in Sapphire, go for it. Shiny locks are a thing from Gen 5 onwards. You know, the funny thing, I think the only thing shiny locked in Gen 5 is like the dragons. I could look to double check, but I think it is just the dragons. I think you'd actually like shiny hunt the Swords of Justice. And like anything that isn't a mystical or an event Pokemon, those are sometimes shiny locked, I think. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, my battery in my Emerald game died. The internal one for the clock. I can still save it and play it, but the clock in my game wouldn't keep time anymore. I'd love to send a couple of my games and stuff to those guys you see on like TikTok who open up the old Pokemon games and replace the battery for you. I got a copy of Yellow that doesn't save. And I would love to be able to play it. My blue still works though, as far as I'm aware. At least the last I checked, like 6 months ago, it still worked. I can still save a game on it and play it. But also, have you seen the dude, what is it, Vitro Games? Who custom makes, like, Game Boy Advances? I come across his videos on occasion, and they're really cool because he does some really nice custom stuff. Puts a colored back, okay, he puts a backlit screen in them, and then he'll do like LEDs and stuff and like special prints, the casing and whatnot. He did a, what was it, a purple one the other day that looked really nice. Honestly, I've thought about buying one of those little cassettes you can like plug into your computer, and it has like 1,000 games on it from Game Boy and Game Boy Advance and N64 and Sega and whatnot, just you know, to play for fun. Oh, nice. He called it he did a Bumblebee themed one. Bumblebee. It was black and white, but it was nice, but it's like, that's not a Bumblebee theme, dude. It's like, where are the stripes? He does some really cool stuff. Hi, Butterfree. You're only like the second Butterfree I've encountered. Sorry, good sir. That was a boy, wasn't it? The arrow pointing down is male, and then if it's pointing up to the side, it's female, I think? I might have those turned around in my head. I do that on occasion. But yeah, there's so much stuff I would order if I had the extra money to. I would love a custom Game Boy, or just getting my SP fixed. Get a custom SP skin. I'm always slightly jealous of the people who post pictures of their Switches and you can tell they've ordered the custom casing and stuff for it, because they always look so nice. I saw a, was it Pokemon Crystal themed one that was really, really nice once, because they did the casing that clear blue from the, to mimic the Crystal game. And I'm sorry, Pokemon Crystal has the best case out of all the Pokemon games. Though Emeralds is pretty good too. Oh! Yeah, mine just has a bad battery. Slowly but surely, he is coming for me. Oh, nice. My first Game Boy, like I said, was just a little yellow pocket. I've not actually, excuse me, actually managed to get like a special edition game system ever. Though I was going to try for my niece, because when we got her a Switch Lite, it was like just after they had released the Zacian and Zamazenta edition. But of course, you know, it was sold out, so she got a case that was kind of colored after that theme. Oh, I imagine so. I imagine still working ones are probably worth a pretty penny. Maybe not like super, super expensive, but I imagine, you know, they're not super, super common. I used to joke with my friend, because my purse for a long time, you know, just my take with me to go bag was a game case, a Game Boy case. It's in a box somewhere right now, or I'd get it out to show it to you. But it was a bag that came out when Gold and Silver came out, and it has Lugia and Ho-Oh on it. And for a long time, that was, you know, my bag. Ooh, that's not too bad. But, we used to crack jokes every time we'd go somewhere and see the old Pokemon games, you know, laid out at a game store or something, and they're like $50 each, and I'd look at her and go, I was walking around with $400 just casually in my bag at all times. Actually, let me see if I can find a picture of that case to show you guys. No, not that. That's close. Oh, here. Let me get my images pulled up. Gonna browse. I have no idea where this saved. Oh, there it is. Oh, Jesus. Let me make that visible here. I didn't realize it was going to be so big. There we go. I have that somewhere in a box. And literally the only thing missing is the straps on it. But it was so nice though, because it would hold like it would hold a Game Boy or a DS. It would hold my SP. and then it would hold like a good few games, and then it would hold my like wallet and stuff. I still have it somewhere. I just don't remember where exactly I put it. It's in one of my totes probably outside. But I used it for years until it started becoming a pain to get straps for it. And so I finally sucked it up and bought an actual purse. Oh, I'd love to find it to use it again. Like I said, I just don't remember where I put it. Nice. I took it with me in Walmart one day, and my mom looked at me. She goes, "Can you have that? Are they gonna think you stole that?" It's like, this hasn't been on sale in 20 years. Like, I got this when I was 11. Like, they're not gonna have a problem with me having this. It's like, you know how many stores me and my friends have gone into with me carrying this bag? I don't know, I guess it was the first time she realized that, yes, that was what I used as my, just, like, travel bag. I thought it was funny. I don't know, I imagine it's because, well, I don't know why. Of course, they kind of stopped doing that generally. They don't have Hall of Fame in any games nowadays. I don't remember the last game they did where you could like get on the PC and hit the Hall of Fame and it would show you, you know, your Pokemon, and then later it would generate a random an NPC or something with a team, and it's like, oh, you've been beaten or whatever, so you know you'd go beat the Elite Four again. I know in Ultra Sun and Moon you like got to defend your title and stuff, but dang it. One last try. There we go. Yeah, I don't think we've had an actual Elite Four recording since... I can't answer that because I don't remember. I mean, it was a neat thing that I really liked when I was younger, but now I more or less keep my entire team just throughout a playthrough, so... Oh, it was a neat feature. I loved it when you would go and do the missing no thing and it'd glitch all of it. God, the missing no glitch. Now that's some old how-to. Just like the Mew glitch in, at least in Red and Blue. Dang it. Apparently I can't aim today. I did the Mew glitch once. Got to play the entire game with a Mew in my party. And I know there's the one glitch that Austin John went through and showed the steps on how to do to get a shiny Mew that you could stick in Pokemon Home. But I didn't have red, blue, or yellow on my DS, so it didn't much matter. Oh, I heard about the Mew under the truck too. I only knew about the missing no thing because my older brother showed me how to do it. And then Mew I found out about later from a YouTube video. And then the item glitch dupe I found out from a friend in school. Hold on just a second, guys. I gotta ban somebody. There we go. But it's kind of like the Mew 3 rumor. That if you, or the one where that if you nicknamed Mewtwo Mew and took it to the daycare man, he would give you an actual Mew. Then there was the Peekaboo rumor, which I think turned out to just be Meryl. But that if you, like, beat the Elite Four 99 times and went back to the Cerulean City gym, it would be flooded and you'd get a special water stone that would evolve Pikachu into Peekaboo. The Pokemon rumor mill when we were younger used to be crazy. I do enjoy the fact that the Mew under the truck one has lasted so long. I can remember Generation 2 coming out, and everybody, you know, doing their absolute best to pronounce the new Pokemon names. And then trying to wait for either the episode of the cartoon where the Pokemon showed up to learn how to pronounce its name, or the Gen 2 Pokerap, which I think they just did the one of. Good luck. But I remember learning that Suicune was pronounced Suicune when we'd all been pronouncing it Susane for like 4 months. Of course, now we still kind of do that. Especially with new Pokemon, it's like, alright, how exactly do we pronounce this? And we'll go through half a dozen iterations until someone's like, you say it like this, and it turns out they're correct. Oh. I still think Talonflame got the short end of the localization stick. Generally, there are 2 ways that is commonly pronounced, and it is Arceus and Arceus. You can find like 6 different resources having it pronounced the same way. But I do think in the general, you know, Pokemon community, it is Arceus. I love the people who look up how to say it and they pull up that clip from the episode of House. You are too chonky. Get out of the way. There's like people debating how exactly you say Legend ZA, if it's actually ZA or if it's meant to be Zeta based off the like Greek letters, or like we're not gonna know until we get a commercial. I do like that the old handbooks used to have the little pronunciation guides. I haven't bought a handbook in years, so I couldn't tell you if they still had them in there or not. Can you remember when the Gen 2 handbook came out? The first one that was incomplete. They only had about maybe half of the Johto Pokemon in it. Then like 4 or 5 months later they came out with a complete handbook because I think the games had dropped at that point. I got lucky somehow, and when it came to the Gen 1 and Gen 2 handbooks, I managed to get the complete ones. Oh, I have that one. Ugh. Can I reach it without taking off my headphones? No. I don't know if I did too much writing in this one, other than, you know, the "this belongs" thing. Did I write in this one much? I don't think I did. Because, yeah, these were always a bit more anime tied in than show tied in. So this one that had the little quizzes in the back? Kind of. Some game information, character bios. Oh, it had the checklist. I don't remember if I was checking off cards or Pokemon I had in the games in this one. Honestly, it was just as likely to be either. That hope that if you lost it, someone would mail it back to you and just not throw it away or keep it. I had the poster from this one for a long time, but I think it either got lost or just got thrown away. Oh, excuse me. God love the Scholastic book orders. I got many a Pokemon book from those. Might have to look through thrift books at some point in time and see how many of the old chapter books I can find. That was how I used to keep up with the new Pokemon, you know, other than like Cerebi, was just buying either the video game guide or the handbooks. Oops. There we go. Actually, hold on. I got so much stuff in this thing next to me. I don't know if you would remember these. The, Pokemon coins. I lost the third one. That's the coin from the Pokemon 2000 movie. I got an entire little chest next to me just full of older Pokemon stuff. Pokemon Silver box. And I have both the guides in there. The one for my silver and for my gold copy. I even got marbles. Yeah, Pokemon came out when I was in I want to say third or fourth grade. Third grade. And my friend got me into it probably about a month or two into the school year. Oh, nice. I don't have anything still sealed Pokemon-wise. I have a little card game where it would like walk you through an adventure and you could catch Pokemon and stuff, and it led up to either the first or second gym. It was supposed to be probably some sort of kind of story building exercise. I don't think they ever put out another box of like the second part of the box set or anything. And I only ever played it like once with friends, and I don't think we got 30 minutes into it. I had a Pokemon shampoo bottle. It was just this, just this round blue bottle with, it was like the oval shape with the center emptied out because there was a little Pikachu toy in the middle of it. Somewhere I have the little Pikachu game where it scrolls through a bunch of like different Pikachu faces and makes one, and you're supposed to find the card that matches the picture. It's actually probably still in a box. Well, it's been opened, but I mean I still have the box for it and stuff. Now, I don't have the original electronic Pokedex. But I do have the one that came with, like, the battle stadium. See, it's not the electronic one. It's just one you slide cards into with knockoff Pokemon cards. Oh, no, these are Mewtwo movie cards. From not from Burger King, but they're just little trivia cards. No, maybe they were from Burger King, and they had the pictures and stuff on the back. I can remember the like glossy, I want to say laminated, but they weren't really laminated Pokemon cards they did for the movies. Yeah, it probably still works, but I don't have the right side screwdriver to get the back open. I used to have a ton more Pokemon stuff, but some of it kind of got handed down to the nieces and nephews and lost, and we moved, and I think I had a couple things that were just kind of stolen. Because I had the Battle Coliseum and stuff that went with that Pokedex, the Squirtle and Geodude toys that came with it, and then I had a extra Charmeleon I bought when I got the Pokedex. And then we moved, and then I moved to live with my mom and stepdad, and when I went back the next summer, you know, no one had seen hide nor hair of it. I feel like it got snatched. And then a lot of like my little Pokemon toys just got lost, and the nieces and nephews would take them home or something, and you know, just stuff that happens over time. I try to keep an eye out for stuff, especially if we're starting to go through like old boxes and whatnot. I had a sister who worked at McDonald's, so and this was several years ago now. She doesn't anymore. She's a boss at a car factory, I think. Or an assistant manager. No. Ain't no one in my team shiny in this game. They're all just regular Pokemon. I didn't have the patience to shiny hunt in this game. My only shinies I've gotten in this game are, I got a shiny Golbat when I was still like regularly playing, and then the shiny Pidgey I got a month and a half ago. So the whatever pops up shiny next will be my third shiny in this game. I am way behind in my count. But no, I wasn't. Also, when this came out, I wasn't super into shiny hunting. Like, at that point, the most shiny hunting I had done was in X and Y, doing horde battles in the friend safaris. Oh, nice. I'm definitely not quite one of those people who has to have every shiny, like, for a Pokemon caught in the gen they appeared in. So, like, I don't need all my Gen 1 Pokemon to be from Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee or any of the earlier games. I'm perfectly happy just catching them throughout different titles. basically I'm down to just, whatever games I can get them in. Because this is hunting for Gen 1 Pokemon I can't get in most other games. I mean, I know there's some of them I can get in Sword and Shield, but eh. Yeah, doing the Alolan Pokemon's gonna be fun. Those probably won't be a right away thing though. I do want to get the catchables out of the way first before I go and do the trading. Because Shiny Charm has no effect on that. And I need, what is it? The two Rattatas, the Marowak. Actually, I think I just need the two Rattatas and the Marowak. Because I can get Meowth and Persian in either Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet by breeding. I just haven't done it yet. I'm still kind of waiting to see if they will give us a Meowth outbreak event in Scarlet and Violet. Because we do technically have access to all 3 Meowth variations in that game. Because while you can't go and catch Alolan Meowth and whatnot, it is included, because Meowth is in the Pokedex, same way a Galarian Meowth is. Haha, cracked you on the head. That's mean. How when you go to throw a Pokeball, when it like hops, it looks like you're just throwing that ball super hard, but you're doing the same exact little flick you do when you go to catch it and it's still. Also, the angle these Pokeballs come out at, it looks like you're like literally sitting cross-legged on the ground trying to catch this Pokemon. So if it were me trying to catch a bird that's like a foot in, what is it, foot and 4 inches high, I would just be literally more or less be dropping it on its head probably. No, you can get as many Alolan Pokemon through NPC trade as you want. You are not limited. Because I've seen a couple videos of people like getting a Alolan Raichu and stuff that way. I think so. I think it is Vulpix and Sandshrew though, if I'm not mistaken. Have to check Cerebi to be certain. It's also possible maybe Muck and Rattata, or Grimer and Rattata are version exclusives, but I'm not 100% on that because, like I said, I've had a friend who's traded me version exclusives. Let's see. go version exclusives. Okay, so let's go. Pikachu version exclusives are Alolan Sandshrew and Alolan Grimer. Let's go. Eevee version exclusives are Alolan Vulpix and... oh, Alolan Meowth. Okay, that makes more sense. Good, that means I can, don't have anything in Let's Go Eevee I really need, because I can breed for Meowth in another game. So it is just the Rattata and Marowak I need from this game. You're welcome. There's really a part of me that after I hunt the Rattata in this, that kind of wants to just go and do the Alolan Rattata trades. We'll see how long it takes me to get there. Because the trades, if I'm not mistaken, you are at full odds for shinies. Uh-oh, she got hot. She's going under the bed. Stella likes laying under the bed on occasion. Yeah. You can do as many trades with them as you want. If you want to trade them 500 Cantonian Rattata, then you can trade them 500 Cantonian Rattata for 500 Alolan Rattata. You are not limited on the number of trades you can do for that. It's kind of neat. I'm glad they didn't like limit your numbers. Do you need out? Alright, hold on. Stella needs out. Pause the game real fast. Yep, they can be shiny. You're just full on shiny hunting in their case, because I don't think the shiny charm works on trades. It's nicer out today, so she's wanting to spend a bit more time outside. It wasn't too bad yesterday, but the wind was really, really cold. Alright. Sorry, giant butterfly, I do not need you. Honestly, catching a bunch of Rattata and just going through and doing the trade over and over is probably faster. Yeah, imagine it's really cold up there. I live in the south. I'm in Arkansas. We'll get our cold sometime in the next month, month and a half. I'll get on here one day to stream and it's like, guys, it's gonna snow today. I'm ready for it. I want our one good snow of the year so it can look pretty and then melt and go away. I don't play in it anymore, so it's not as big a thing. You know, you kind of lose the awe and wonderment when you're out of school. But I do like it. It's pretty for a few days, and then it turns our backyard into a big mud hole. I'm ready for it to go away. A friend who lives up in Ohio, and I think they had possible snow yesterday. I don't know if they actually got any or not. Mama was out and about earlier, so probably not. I can have it. I can have the snow. Oh, we'll get it. Trust me, we'll get it. We'll get an Arctic blast and it'll be 10 degrees outside for 2 weeks. Stella will be mad at me because we haven't been able to go on a walk. And every time she gives me the big sad eyes, I ask if she wants to go out. And she'll get outside in the snow and come back in like 30 seconds, and it's like, yeah, I didn't figure you wanted to go on a walk, did you? Snow's good for us, though. So's winter. Gives everything a chance to rest for spring. Then, of course, we start getting spring, and then we get the one last cold snap and get another 6 inches of snow. Go let the cat in. Our cat is strictly an inside cat, even though he's fixed. That's more so he doesn't get run over than anything else, and so, you know, he leaves the birds alone. Whew. But it's so funny, though, because I can remember being younger and it being this time of year and being fairly firmly in the 20s and 30s in temperatures. Excuse me, we're in like the 40s and 50s now. And we'd always get a little snow before Christmas. Never on Christmas, maybe a few days before, and you know, so half of it's melted off by the time Christmas rolls around. But we'd always, almost always, if we did not get it before we went back to school after New Year's, we would get it a few days after going back to school after New Year's, so we'd be off for another week and a half. We used to live in about probably not quite the middle of town, but pretty close to it. And we had a big old hill that our house sat on. So we had like the best sledding hill. So I'd go outside and spend like 3 hours playing in the snow. Mom come out, open the front door and yell at me to come inside and warm up. Get undressed, and then you realize you've had to pee for the last 30 minutes and just didn't realize it. Need to get the stuff for Christmas cookies. I didn't do anything spectacular. They're just like basic sugar cookies with frosting on them. I don't even make the frosting. I just buy it from the store and color it with food dye. Like, okay, what colors can I mix from this one color so I don't have to do like 5 different colors? I can just do 3 different colors. I think last year was like blue and purple and whatnot. I don't know if I have enough food coloring left to actually dye frosting this year. It might just have to all be white. Hi Bulbasaur, I didn't see you there. I'm sorry. Ooh, excuse me. I'm gonna say probably get to about 650 encounters today, maybe 700. Apparently Pidgey's just gonna be the Pokemon that takes forever for me to get in this game. Nope. Let's just check and see if he catches. Alright, I gotta go let Stella in. I need a quick break myself. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Oh, wrong one. Much better. And the new Slime Rancher update is out. But that might be tomorrow's game. Or maybe I'll say forget it and play it tonight while I'm watching the Game Awards. I don't know yet. Because I do play Slime Rancher 2 a bit in stream. It's just kind of one of those games I play spur of the moment when I just really don't want to play anything else. At some point in time when they've got most of the like general main game updates done, you know, like all the areas, I will probably do a bigger playthrough. Oh. Come on, guys, I need that pale bird. I thought I just shouldn't have had. And not even mean, it's just dumb. Part of my brain's like, show me that unfried chicken. Which is not correct either way. He's not a chicken and he is not fried. Eventually. Come on, guys. This makes twice now. I've gotten kind of close to odds and still no shiny. And sadly in this game, complaining about it doesn't seem to work. Sometimes in Scarlet and Violet it seemed like you could complain about it and then you'd find it 5 minutes later. That doesn't seem to work with any other game other than Scarlet and Violet though. Show me a shiny bird. Just no luck at all, dang it. Oh, I do need to check my candy though. Oh, I'm to 304 in this. I'm actually over odds. Alright, I should go sell those real fast. And Bulbasaur was the next spawn in. You are just a big bird. Saw that the Metapod. And for half a second I thought it was a Chikorita for some reason. Hi, Charizard. Hey, I went down the right road this time. Not really. Just gotta make sure the next Pokemon that spawns in isn't your shiny. I still think I'm safe to not get more Pokeballs yet. Gonna overrun Professor Oak with birds, though. He's gonna have so many Pidgey. Sometimes it can be a little hard. I've seen shinies in this game. I know I'm gonna see it when I see it. But I actually paused because for half a second I thought that Metapod was a frickin' Chikorita. It also doesn't hurt to double check. Because I keep thinking if I get a shiny and it's a big Pidgey or a small Pidgey, that's going to make it harder to know that it's shiny. Because like I said, I've only encountered 2 shinies in this game. Then I know I'm going to see it when it pops up, but my brain's still like, what if you miss it? I mean, come on, look at this. How mean is it to give us these things with the little sparkly particle effects? And then when you encounter them in a battle, they make a nice little chime noise. But I mean, they were at least kind enough to give us that instead of leaving us like they did in Scarlet and Violet with just nothing. Yeah, thank God. I don't think I have anything to hunt in Cerulean Cave. And if I end up hunting Mewtwo in this game, you know, it's not gonna matter because you encounter him. You can't miss him being shiny. So, Seafoam Island's probably going to be a pain in the butt because I do need Jinx from there. Then I get to breed a Smoochum in Brilliant Diamond. Need to remember to put my book up later. Book, you have seen some wear and tear. Honestly, because I love watching people bookbind. The Pokemon handbooks are all kind of the same size. I would love to be able to take the covers off and stuff and like give them a nice fancy bookbinding, but I don't have the money for that sort of stuff. Do Mewtwo after Abra. My only thing right now is that if I wanted to do Mewtwo, I'd have to restart the game. And if I do that, it'll be after I hunt everything I need in it. Nice. No, that's fine. Like I said, I don't mind hunting them myself. Now, if I get like to some outrageous number of Pidgey after, like, getting the first shiny, yes, I might take you up on the spare Pidgeotto. But until I hit just absolutely ridiculous numbers, I'm good hunting 2 of them on my own. And I still have an hour left to stream, more or less, so I should hopefully be good to get this today. Or, you know, just any shiny in general would be nice at this point. If I end up taking weeks, I imagine my limit for hunting a shiny Pidgey would probably be around 2,000 encounters. And hopefully to God it doesn't take that many encounters. But at the rate I'm going at the moment, I'm going to hit, I'm going towards the number of Pidgey it took me to catch a shiny without the shiny charm, with the shiny charm. These freaking Pidgey. Now, a legendary taking a couple of weeks, yes. Your commonly found bird in the wild, no, that should not take like 2 weeks. Oh, wow. That's horrible. Don't you hate it when that happens? Now, I got kind of lucky in my hunting in Shield when I was just kind of hunting ghosts around Halloween, and that it took me like 4 or 5 days for both Punkaboo and Galar in Yamask, and then I think it took me 3 streams for Deomise, because he's a 1% spawn and wasn't no way I was gonna try and encounter hunt him. Okay, where are all the birds coming from? I only need you guys to spawn like 1 or 2 at a time, not like 10. No, those weren't full odds, actually. Those were with Shiny Charm. This is the only game I have not had the Shiny Charm in like a week after beating it. I got the Shiny Charm in this game the other day, because a friend was kind enough to trade me a pincer. And then I went to Professor Oak and realized I was going to the wrong person for the Shiny Charm. I got so used to having to go talk to a professor to get it, which is dumb because you go to the hotel in Sword and Shield to get it from the Nintendo director. I don't want to keep it up. I want to get my shiny bird. Or at this point, a shiny bug would be welcome too. I'd be slightly annoyed at having to restart my chain again, but I'd take it. Oh, nice. Another excellent throw. Excellent. Yeah. I know that feeling. Not so much with like Porygon, but just with like Bidoof for Starly and stuff and like Legend Arceus. Terra Pokemon, you just get so sick of seeing their shinies. It's hilarious. Are you gonna hop again? Like, I got so many shiny Starly in my first playthrough of Legends Arceus. I could have like done 3 of the evolutionary lines. When I was doing my last couple of hunts in the Obsidian Filled Lands last month, I got like 10 Bidoof. Yeah. Yeah, Chansey's gonna be fun. I don't need it in this game, but it's gonna be fun. I always kind of used to laugh at it because it seemed like, you know, the further into a chain you got, the madder they got that you, like, weren't catching them. Because I would laugh because, to level up my Pokemon for the Elite Four, I chained Magmar. Bidoof is an okay shiny. It's really just a shade change, so it's not like super dramatic. It's a nice settled shiny. But as I was chaining Magmar, like more and more Chansey are popping up. It's like, are you guys mad I'm not hunting you? I don't want you. I want Magmar. Babies. Got both thing 1 and thing 2 snoozing on the bed. Stella's at the foot and the cat's at the head of it, leaning against my pillows. And if he so much as lays 5 inches away from her, she gets up and leaves. Yeah, I figure I'm gonna end up running away from a shiny Chansey or 2 at least. But that's fine because in Scarlet and Violet they run away from me. That's one of those fun outbreaks to do because Chansey, like Sudowoodo and Silicobra? The pre-evolved form of Silcobra. They run when you get near them unless they're shiny. So they're ones you don't have to picnic reset. You can just keep running circles and they keep running away and despawning until the shiny shows up. Yes, exactly. Actually, that's a part of why I want to hunt a shiny hunt an outbreak. As close to an entire outbreak's worth of Dunsparce as I can do, because Dunsparce do the same thing. They flee underground if they're normal, but if they're shiny, they stay above ground. I'll just have to do some date skipping to find a good spot to hunt them. It really is. Sandy gas do the same thing, where if you run near them, they fall apart, but if it's shiny, they don't. Of course, the best time to hunt sandy gas is like the best time to hunt Drifloon or Igglybuff and Jigglypuff, and that's during a storm when they get blown away, because sandy gas fall apart in the rain unless it's shiny. Not that you have any trouble seeing a shiny sandy gas anyways, because it's black. Okay, I need an area in a future Pokemon game that's like one of those black sand beaches where all the sandy gas are just regular sand colored. Make finding the shiny difficult. That'd be funny and kind of mean. Some of my favorite little shorts are videos of people playing Scarlet and Violet, and they're like playing with their friends, and they see a shiny and they're like, yes, and right as they're about to go battle it, their friend will call it back into a Pokeball. My favorite one of those is some poor dude who'd been like looking for a shiny Mareep for like a week, and they were playing with a friend and they did that. Just the look of utter despair and heartbreak on his face when they recalled the Mareep into its Pokeball. Excuse me, I didn't run into you. It's so funny, but it's so mean. Which, it was a prank. A prank's gotta be a little mean. Yes. I've seen the hide and seek videos with like Purple Cliff, and he's like, "Oh, look, a shiny," and they're turned around and he'll run away while they're turned around to see. You're fine. I knew which there you meant. I do the same thing all the time. Think I have the right one typed out, and then I go and double check, and I've used the there that means like a place, and it's like I typed how did I type a completely different word? How dumb am I? Frickin' grammar, man. Of course, I do that with genders on occasion. I'll be talking about a male character, and all of a sudden, for whatever reason, I'm typing she in the chat and not realizing it. Did that with someone the other day. We were talking about Spider-Verse, and Gwen and Hobie, and how they were gonna do his boat in the third movie, and it's like, she lives on a boat. I know in the book it says it's a little canal boat, but I wonder if they'll go with the bigger boat for her. And then it's like, okay, it's like, I know Hobie's confirms to no gender. It's like, but he is only technically male. I think in the wiki said he was genderqueer, so whichever. But it's like, I have been referring to him as a female, which, while there's nothing wrong with that, we're talking about Gwen as well. So it's like, let me fix this mistake. Would one of you guys be sparkly, please? Have I not thrown enough Pokeballs? Sold enough candy? Do I need to ritualistically sacrifice a robe of Pidgey to appease the Pokemon shiny gods? I mean, I'll do it. I've only got them popping up under my feet. Because my favorite tongue-tied moments are always the moments where you're like, hey, let's go cook a burger, and it comes out burger a cook or something, where your brain just turns the sentence around completely. Oops. I messed one of those ones up so bad. My friend turned at me and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and she's like, are you having a stroke or do you just need to go to bed? Oh, well, yeah. You can't release them in this game. I mean, I'm gonna want to do that later eventually just to get them all out of my freaking boxes. Like going through Legends Arceus and hitting the select button to release them all. It's a chore and a half. I'm at 333 in this chain. Phew. Look, Shiny Abra is a pain no matter which game you're playing. Because even in Legends Arceus, by the time you're close enough to hear that shiny sparkle sound and see it, you're close enough that they can teleport away from you. Actually, the best thing to do is for Shiny Alpha in Legends is hit pause like immediately as you start hearing the sparkle noises and save your game. Because you can turn it off and back on and it will give you a chance to turn around and run far enough away you can sneak up on the Abra. I don't need no bugs yet. Hoppy little dudes. Look at it this way. Hopefully you don't do what other people have done and doing the gate reset, get one spawn in, and then immediately walk out of the area. I think in John Stone's one big shiny hunt video, I think he did that like 3 times. The poor guy. Might have to sit down and rewatch some of his videos now that his channel is back up. Okay, nothing spawned in over there. I do seem to have all the spawns done up over here. Oh! My dog's snoring. Oh, that sucks. I'm dreading, Goldeen is the only Pokemon I'm in this game I'm considering just hunting in Sword and Shield. And that's just because its hunt space is so small. Uh, yeah. Caterpie? Nope, Bulbasaur just hidden behind the tree. You're fine, I got what you meant. Ding! Alright, you dumb bird. One of you sparkle or I'm gonna eat your cousins. Good luck. I don't know if I'd be brave enough to do gate resets. Like, I don't mind running back to the city to, you know, sell candies. I was kind of hoping he'd just run into me. I'd have to put in that little bit less effort there. Now I do wonder though if like Pidgey would taste like chicken. Probably not. 'Cause domestic fowl and like wild fowl tend to have different flavor palettes based like on their diets and stuff, but it does make me kind of curious. Actually, I guess if anything they would probably taste more like turkey or pheasant or something that gets all its food out in nature. Probably. I imagine being smaller birds, though well, I have to say chicken's a fairly lean food in any ways. There wouldn't be a lot of fat on it. I don't think we do. Those might be a more northern, habit bird. Of course, it's also just possible we call them something different. No, I don't think we do have these guys. They're funky looking, though. Yeah, we have pigeons down here, but no, we don't have those. Of course, that don't mean they might not be a thing in the upper United States, the more northern regions. They kind of look like they're suited for cooler weather. They're really dumb. Birds can be that way. I want to know what Farfetch tastes like to make them be hunted nearly to extinction. Because I could guess duck, but duck seems like it's probably taking the easy way out. And Dad's doesn't like duck. He says it's too greasy. So I've never tried it myself. Of course, I've never had lamb either. Okay, that is a low survival instinct animal right there. We have a little bird here called killdeer. And they're the ones that, if you get near their nest and they think you're a threat, they will go off into like 3 or 4 yards away from you and make noise and keep doing that to draw you away from the nest. And when I go walk Stella in spring, because we just go walk around, there's a cemetery near our house that is the safer option of a place to walk than trying to like go to the park, which is like 1.5 miles down the road. So we just go there and walk about once a day, just make a loop. But in the spring, you can tell when the killdeer have chicks because they are nuts. They are everywhere. Tweet, 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 hopping away. It's like, I don't want your eggs. Like, we've been doing this for over a year. Are you guys not used to us yet? It's like, we're not gonna eat you. Like, unless you're a rabbit or a squirrel or maybe a raccoon, Stella's not gonna eat you. It's like, she's not interested. And neither am I. But I get a good laugh out of them because they're ridiculous. And I get they're doing what they do, because, hey, this is how we survive. But it's still funny. no. That poor deer, or that poor bird. I about said that poor deer. That poor bird. Like, yes, we run over animals on occasion, on accident. You know, a squirrel. Dad hit a cat once and felt really bad because he knows he hit it and hurt it, but it ran off into the woods, and you know, he couldn't find it to help it. But it's like, you know, most of them do at least try to get away. Of course, to be fair, I've watched deer, you know, hop out into the middle of the road when vehicles are passing by and get hit. And we do eat deer meat here, so it's like, huh. I wonder if they'd let us have that. They wouldn't, but still. Deer meat's a good meal. Dip it in some flour, fry it up, make potatoes and gravy. Ooh, now I want deer meat. We're having tacos tonight. Oh! Thankfully, no one in my family has, but you know, we've seen it happen just on the road. We're sitting here talking about game animals and how I'm hungry. But yeah, deer can be really dumb too. My dad has a camp up in the woods, and he feeds them corn. So he can basically just sit up there and watch them. Like, they're so used to him being there that him being there does not bother them at all. We could have so much deer meat if he weren't so picky about what he wanted to shoot. Lunchtime. It'd be dinner time here in about 2.5 hours for me. So for me, it'd probably be more snack time than anything. You dumb Bulbasaur. You want to come over here to me? That's fine. 12:30 there? Oh, you must be on the East Coast. No, sorry about that. West Coast. East Coast is an hour ahead of me. Yeah, it is 2:31 here. Oh, Vancouver. Nice. I think you've told me that before. Oh, here we go. That or I have 2 viewers from Vancouver. You're the dude who works with the fish, whose name I've sadly forgotten over like the past 3 weeks. Oh, welcome back. I was actually wondering where you were the other day because I just hadn't seen you pop up in chat in a bit. Of course, to be fair, I haven't seen Bob in forever either. He just kind of vanished. A few of the others pop in for a couple minutes and at least long enough to say hi. Oof. Our storm season's in spring. It's called tornado season. And it sucks. Nah, that's fine. No big deal. I just do notice, you know, when people who come in and we talk a lot like me and you do, or me and Bob did, I do notice when you guys just kind of pop out and life gets you busy. We have, we do not have a basement ourselves, but there's a church like a 20-second jog that way that has a basement that they let us use. So we have a safe place to go. Dad talks about getting a storm shelter built into the hill behind our house. We just don't have the money to do it. So we're safe, and we don't really get a lot of tornadoes. Further down south gets them more than we do. We're a bit more like mountainy up here. So we'll get like maybe 2 or 3 storms a year that have a chance of producing one, but they generally don't. Yeah, it'd be a pretty big one. What Dad says is like, if we ever win the lottery, we're you know, gutting the house and renovating it completely, and I'm building a storm shelter, and yes, Dad, it's like if we ever win the lottery. But yeah, and if we didn't have the basement next door, we have a a pretty good spot I could get into in like my bedroom closet, because it's an enclosed small interior space. That's what I tell Dad if he goes somewhere for the night. Oh, I joke with my friends, is like, guys, you're gonna know if I win the lottery, because if I don't tell you, I will be buying like $1,000 for the Pokemon stuff off the website. Like, there is so much impulse buy stuff that I've managed not to impulse buy. It's like I would go on a big, huge shopping spree. So much Pokemon stuff. I always joke that if I win like $20,000, I'm gonna put like $1,000 aside for like just splurging on stuff. And then the rest of it would go towards things like paying off Dad's lawnmower, you know, finishing my computer, getting like my wisdom teeth taken out and whatnot. But it's stuff like that. It's like, but the rest of it, it's like, guys, the rest of it would be play money. No, actually, most of it would probably go towards like fixing up the house and stuff, though. It's not in bad shape. They're just some little things that need some TLC because it's an older house. It's my grandma's house, so it's like 50, 60 years old, and we go and repair and do as we can. But there are a couple little things, replacing like the plumbing and some of the ceiling, little spots in the ceiling that need work. Like there's sound, but I'd like to have a proper ceiling. Of course, that's more because Dad can never decide if he wants to do metal ceilings or if he just wants to do drywall. We have a laundry room that he would like to take the part of it down because it's an addition, and rebuild the walls and even it up with the roof and put insulation and stuff in. Oh, thank God he did that. I've been chatting and not paying attention. We're looking at it this way. When my grandpa built this house, some of the electric was more or less just extension cords. And Dad, who's a carpenter, so he's done a little bit of everything, and he has a friend who's a master electrician who'd come and help him, you know, rewire and stuff if it was anything major. His friend looked at him because he pulled out one of the old cords to show him, and he goes, I don't know how you guys haven't had a fire yet. And this was 10 or 11 years ago now. Cause like windows needed replaced and stuff. And whatnot. And then when he did that, you know, he was replacing the older walls and whatnot with newer ones. But it's been nice, other than getting some like new ceilings, and I think he wants to do ceiling fans and like make a proper master bedroom because he has a California king bed, and it fits in his bedroom, but he's not got a lot of bedroom space. So like there's not a ton, you know, that's left here to do, but it's just enough that, you know, it would cost a bit more than we generally have on hand. One more try. There we go. Oh, he's a doer. He's not happy unless he's got something to do. He goes about goes half nuts when it snows. The first day, the day it snows, and then like the first day there's snow outside, generally can get him to sit in the house, but like the second day he's outside cleaning the garage. Oh yeah, it's a nice little house. Technically my uncle owns it, I think, but he doesn't charge us rent or anything because it's technically my mom's family's home. Why did I do that? That's not the A button. But it's a nice little place. It's about the size, you know, I told Dad that if I ever had a house of my own, I'd basically just want this one just laid out different, because this one's laid out a little wonky because they added to it, you know, as time went on. And it's not a big old huge house. But it's a nice sized one. It's what is it? Probably, I want to say probably around 50 by 30 maybe. And that's a rough guess, just kind of based on how long I know the no, let's see. Living room is 22 feet. My bedroom is either 11 or 13. So probably about 35, 36 feet maybe. Something like that. I couldn't give you the exact measurements. I could probably ask Dad and he could tell me, but he's not home. So it's not a huge, huge house, but it's not like tiny, tiny house. Like, we're not one of the 3-bedroom suburban houses that's gonna cost you $150,000 to buy. If that's even what they cost anymore, if they probably cost more. But if we had to sell it, we could probably get about maybe $30,000-$40,000 out of it. Because we've got a good bit of land just like up behind the house. I think we own 5 or 6 acres. But most of it's up a mountainside, so we don't exactly use it. It's a nice little house. I like it. I don't mind living here. Oh, 650. Why must you be over odds? I had the shiny charm. You couldn't do me this kindness? Quit giving me small and big Pidgey and give me the other kind of sparkly bird. Oof. Yeah, prices be ridiculous. I probably couldn't find any. I might be able to find something for under that here, but it'd be small. It wouldn't be anything huge. Then of course you get the people up here with like smaller houses and they're like, oh, my house is worth this much, and it's like, no, your house is not. It's worth $100,000 in your head. And I have an aunt who has a really nice house, and I think they, of course she has some land in like extra buildings as well, so it ended up worth a bit more, but it's one of those houses. Dad looked at me, he's like, if I could afford to buy this place, it's like, yeah, me too. A nice little old house. And it's got they had a bunch of land. I don't know if they still have a bunch of land, but they have like a barn and well, it's almost another house. Basically, it's a big tool shed. A nice little place. But you gotta love it. You can find a place to want, but you either can't afford it. Oh look, that's number 2 today. Cheap views be nowhere. You're going bye-bye here in a moment. Oh, psh. Oh, wrong one. Where's my chat? There we go. But yeah, stuff's ridiculously expensive housing-wise now. We need another housing market crash. Bring all the prices back down again. Alright, I'm gonna get to 675, I think. And then call it a day. Of course, some of the problem is people buy up places and they're like, oh, I want to turn this into an Airbnb. And it's like, what? Like, person, unless you live in a highly tourist visited city, you know, with a ton of tourists year round, you're not going to make near as much money as you think you are. I live in a little tourist area. We get people who come in, you know, for the national parks and stuff in the summer, and then we get some people in for the winter to look at the leaves or the fall to look at the leaves and stuff, and that's about it. It's like we are a fairly decent sized dead space from like the middle of November to like March. Oh, okay, go eat. Please, don't go hungry on my account. Go find you something to munch on. I will be here catching birds for the next 15-ish minutes. However long it takes me to get to 275. Assuming I don't get my shiny by then. I probably just jinxed myself. I won't get it till like Saturday or something now. Put your game on the home screen and go eat, boy! Like, that is legit the first thing I'm gonna do when I stop streaming in a few minutes is get me something to snack on to hold me over to dinner. And the only reason I'm not eating something big is because dinner's in like 2 hours. Maybe 2.5. It depends on when we start. Need you a thing of snack cakes or something by your chair. All my snack stuff's in the kitchen. Ding. Seriously, I would take a shiny Caterpie at this point in time. A shiny Kakuna. Something. Please! Well, if I don't get this shiny today, you're gonna have to go eat anyways. Alright, 15 more Pokemon. 16 more Pokemon technically, because I will wait for something to spawn after. You are neither sparkly nor a bird. Pidgey really is my nemesis in this game. Actually, you know what? I need to get this thing in 6 encounters and make it my evil Pokemon. Make it my 666 encounter. Be a last minute shiny. Lord knows I've done them before. Bouncy boys. You be less bouncy. If it happens, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm still gonna see 14 more Pokemon here, so maybe I got a little chance. That's the fun part about a shiny, is you never know when you're gonna get it. Unless you can make a really lucky guess. Alright, come on, show me a shiny, please. Maybe. Come on, I'm at 382. Well, it's not a shiny, but I guess at least it's another Pidgey. Is the council returning? About to get swarmed by Kahuna again? Could you imagine a Pokemon game where you throw the Pokeball really counts? And I know Legends Arceus does that to an extent. Do you know how funny it'd be if they did one similar to it, with the bodily parts being like a bit more sensitive, like it being able to bat a Pokeball away with its wings or like kick it away with its foot? Come on, show me a bird. You don't even gotta be a shiny bird. Alright, come on, game. You have the one opportunity to do the best thing possible. It's probably not going to happen, but it would be funny if it did. I got a Bulbasaur. So sadly, bird 666 wasn't shiny. Hmm. Hey, Uzumaki levels up though, so there's a point in my favor. uh, oh, and he held still. How nice. Ding. New spawn in wasn't shiny, that's fine. It's just a sleepy day, honey. No, I can't say anything. We got back from our walk yesterday and I sat down in the Papa-san chair behind me and like napped for 45 minutes. Dad walked through at some point to go to the bathroom and just laughed at me. Alright, 6 more. Well, 7 more technically because of spawn after, but we don't catch that one. Ding! For half a second, the Bulbasaur looked like it had, like, glitched into that tree. Oh, gotta love being double over odds with the shiny charm. Double and a half over odds. See, what is it? It's like 1 in 293 chance or something, I think. Go to bed tonight and dream about Pidgeys. Oh, I was one off. Whoops. Once again, you're the wrong kind of sparkly. Yeah, something like that. I just know it was more than 200 but less than 3, but fairly kind of close to 300. I know if you have a lure that makes it like 1 in 275 or something. Okay. Check this next spawn. No, not really. Like, if I'm hunting something really rare, yes, I'll use a lure, but I'm hunting Pidgey. They spawn pretty well enough on their own. So I'm holding lures back for less common spawns. I won't use a lure for like Rattata and stuff either. Alright. Puts me at 275. I am double over odds. Not quite triple over odds yet. With shiny charm luck. This bird hates me. Okay, I will be back tomorrow. Either hunting more birds or playing the Slime Rancher 2 update. I'm not sure which yet. It depends on how this evening goes. Oh. Spud, good luck with your Abra hunt. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a good day. To the rest of you guys, have a good evening and a good day. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Good Lord. Bye-bye.